I was sitting with my journal one night, just venting, not trying to be productive, not trying to figure anything out, just getting it all out of my head, right? And when I finished and I went back and I read what I wrote, I stopped because I was shocked. Not at anything dramatic, just at the sheer volume of how much was in there that I had been holding alone, quietly, like it was just normal. And that was the moment I understood something that nobody had said to me clearly before. You can't solve what you can't see. Hey, I'm Tamberly. Welcome to Digital Wellness Journal. And today we're going to talk about why the load stays so heavy for so long. And it's not because you're not trying hard enough, it's because most of it is invisible even to you. So here's what I mean. When you're the person responsible for what seems like every single thing, it doesn't feel like a list. It doesn't feel like a weight you're constantly choosing to carry. It just feels like life, normal, like being an adult, to be honest. Like this is what you do on a daily basis, right? It's the dinner appointments, the follow up emails that you wrote in your head at 2 a.m. in the morning, the fact that the school needs a form signed that nobody in the house seems to know that there's a form that needs to be signed. The thing that your mom mentioned last week that you filed away because you knew you needed to deal with it eventually, getting the birthday gift, the prescriptions refilled, the conversation you've been putting off that you know you really need to have. None of it feels like a big deal by itself, right? And to be honest with you, that's the problem. Because it's not one thing, it's the accumulation of all of it, living rent free in your head all the time. And because it's invisible, because it doesn't have a physical form, it doesn't feel real in a way you can point to, right? It just feels heavy. Tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix, stretched thin for no reason you can quite name. hmm And when you're in that state, you can't solve it because you can't see the full scope of what you're dealing with. And girl, you're trying to solve a problem you haven't even looked at directly. Now, that night with my journal, I wasn't doing anything special. I wasn't following a framework. I was just writing everything down. And when I saw it all on the page at once, something shifted in me. Not because I had a plan, not because anything was fixed, but more so because it was finally outside of my head where I could actually look at it. And that's when I realized it isn't about being overwhelmed. That word doesn't even fully cover it, right? This is about carrying a load that never was made visible. So it wasn't visible, so I could never be properly assessed. I could never assess it, share it, or sit it down. And here's the thing, you can't negotiate what you haven't named. You can't ask for help with something that doesn't have a shape. You can't make a decision about your own life when the full weight of what you're managing is just floating around inside you like the background noise you've been learned to live with. It's become normal. So here's what I want you to try. Not as a productivity hack, not to get more done, just to see, right? Grab your journal, a piece of paper, a stack of index cards, whatever you have on hand. Grab it, sit down, and give yourself 30 to 45 minutes maybe with no agenda except to get it all out of your head. Every single thing you're holding, every task, every worry, everything you said you'd handle, everything that lives in the back of your mind, taking up space, living rent free. Write it down until there's nothing left to write. And then read it back. Go back and read it. Not to fix it, not to judge it, just to see what's there. Because a lot of us have been walking around carrying things we've never actually looked at straight on. And when you see it, when you really see it, is going to be the first time, right? Not the only thing, but the first thing. Now, when I read my journal entry that night, I wasn't ready to solve anything yet, but I couldn't unsee what I had already seen, and you won't be able to either. And that mattered. It really did. That was the beginning of something for me. The load doesn't disappear the second you name it, but it stops being invisible. And that changes everything about how you relate to it. So, if you've been feeling heavy and you can't quite explain why, I really hope this lands for you today. You're not imagining it, okay? It's real. It's just been living somewhere you couldn't look at it directly. So, try getting it all out of your head tonight. And if you want a community of women on this exact same journey, lightening the load and slowly coming back to themselves, come hang out with us in the Prompted Life. It's free, it's real, and it's full of women who get it without you having to explain yourself. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. If you're designing a life less loaded, subscribe and join the community. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. See you next time.